And welcome back, YouTube. This is Booster Box Buster with attempt number 2 at the Pokemon Tag Quiz Challenge. Let's see. Today I got Reshiram and Zekrom joining me for this tag quiz. What it is pretty much just about 25 or so questions, just to get to know you and a little bit about how much you like Pokemon. Alright, I'm using my Team Rocket First Edition empty booster box for the drawings, so I figured that'd be kind of appropriate. Alright, let's get into this. Question number 1. What gender do you play as? In the game, I am a guy in real life, and I typically tend to play a guy in the game. I usually don't tend to play as a girl. It just feels wrong and weird. But yeah, in the game I just typically tend to play as the guy. Alright, what is Pokemon number 285? To get this, I just went to a random generator, typed in all the numbers, just 1 through 700 something Pokemon, and it gave me a random number 285, and I was thinking, okay, I know it's Gen 3, it's early in the Gen 3 section, so I was thinking that it was the Caterpie of that generation, and I had to think of it, and that was Wurmple, and I was wrong. It actually ended up being Shroomish, so I was close, but no cigar. Alright. Do any of my pets resemble Pokemon? At this time I only have a house cat, and it's black and gray striped cat, so it doesn't really resemble any Pokemon. Although I did used to have a goldfish that looked like a Magikarp. Unfortunately, it was not named Magikarp. My least favorite Pokemon, okay. Gen 5 did not have a great cast of Pokemon, and that's where this one comes from. It's Trubbish. Trubbish and Garbodor. I'm sorry, a trash bag Pokemon, it just does not make the cut for me. It's just a terrible Pokemon idea in my opinion. Alright, next question. What is my favorite region? I am gonna proclaim this. I am a Gen 1er. I love Gen 1. That was my favorite region. Gen 2 was really awesome too. After that, I kind of stopped playing Pokemon after Gen 2, and I didn't get back to it until Gen 5. So Gen 3 and 4 I really don't have much of a fondness for, but Kanto will always be my favorite region. Plain and simple. Next question. What is my favorite Pokemon? Some of you know, I enjoy Electrode. Electrode is my favorite Pokemon, bar none. I just like the randomness of it. It explodes, when it gets angry. I don't know why I like it. I don't know why I have such a fascination with Electrode. I just do. I just always have loved Electrode. And I always have a thing for speed Pokemon too. I always like Pokemon that have high speed rates in the game. I always have. Next question. Favorite Deoxys form? I think my last statement just kind of summed it up. I like the speed form of Deoxys. I like speedy Pokemon. I don't know why. The original form comes second though. Next question. How often do I think about Pokemon? Not too often. I usually just think about Pokemon here, there, just kind of whenever it pops into my head randomly. Which is, like I said, kind of just randomly. If I feel like I want to watch a booster box opening or someone kind of doing a Nuzlocke challenge, I'll do that. If I want to attempt a Nuzlocke challenge, I'll do that. But that's about it. So, occasionally, I guess, would be the answer. Do I watch the anime? I did through the Kanto region, and I watched some of the up through the Orange Island, and that was it. I never really, I'd catch an episode here and there, like randomly, like every once in a while after that, but through the Orange Island season was probably about all I watched of Kanto, or all I watched of Pokemon. Ash would always lose, though. Do I draw Pokemon? I usually don't. But, every once in a while I get in the mood to draw, and I just draw, like, random things. And Pokemon, once in a while, make it onto the draw list, like... And, I don't like to draw the complex Pokemon. I enjoy drawing the more simplistic Pokemon, like Electrode. Just Pokemon like that. I had a friend in elementary school that was really awesome at drawing Pokemon. Unfortunately, we went to different schools and haven't kept in touch. Okay, here's a fun one. What Pokemon games do I own? Okay, this is going to be a little bit of a list. Let's see. Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow. Pokemon Gold and Silver. Heart Gold. White. White 2, Black, Black 2. I have not gotten X or Y yet, and I have not gotten Ruby or Sapphire yet either, the new ones, unfortunately. Pokemon Stadium 2. Pokemon Puzzle League for both Game Boy and N64. The not so great Hey You Pikachu. Yeah, I bought that. $80. Terrible, terrible choice. Not worth $80. Pokemon Snap. That was actually very fun. I really wish I could get one of those sticker stations with they're obviously they're going to cost a bundle. Is there any other Pokemon games I own? Not that I can think of off the top of my head. Oh, Pokemon Rangers. I think in the Explorers of Darkness, I think that's one I have. And I think... And the Pokemon Trading Card game, obviously. I forgot about that, the Game Boy Advance game. Do any of my relatives play Pokemon? They used to, when we were younger. Now I don't know if they play any, but, I really don't. My sister does, but that's the only one that I can think of off the top of my head. The rest of them I'd have to ask. I don't think they do, actually. I think they're all into Call of Duty. Meh. Next question. Second favorite legendary. This is a hard question. I'm always flip-flopping on my favorite legendaries. Darkrai I'd say probably Darkrai. Darkrai is just a cool Pokemon. He's awesome looking. Yeah. Would I rather have a Meowth or Growlithe? I'm more of a cat person, so I definitely say Meowth. But Growlithe is just such a cool Pokemon. Plus, it can it can evolve into the legendary Arcanine, which, if you ask me Arcanine or Persian, I'd say Arcanine. But Growlithe or Meowth, I'd say Meowth. So it's kind of a catch-22. Wait, do I get a talking Meowth? Or do I get a non-talking Meowth? I'd still probably go with Meowth. Although if I could evolve him, I'd definitely go with Growlithe just to have an Arcanine. What is my second favorite Pokemon? Once again, I am a Gen 1er for everything except for the legendaries. And that my second favorite Pokemon, Speed, Gen 1, not Electrode, Dugtrio. I don't know why I've always liked Dugtrio. It's a really ridiculous, silly Pokemon. It's just, you know, three Diglets stuck together. It's really, really awesome. Is it a good choice in battle? No. But I've always liked Diglett, Dugtrio, Voltorb, Electrode. For some reason, those ones I've just always enjoyed. You know, it's just hard to explain, but that's my second favorite, Dugtrio. Do I hide the fact that I play Pokemon from my friends? No, because my friends also play Pokemon, so there's no reason to hide it. That's a simple question. Lugia or Ho-Ho, I've always liked Gold better, so Ho-Ho is the one I like a lot more. Plus, you know, just the fact that it was the first true legendary they ever see in the anime, in like the second or one of the very first episodes, which I thought was just an awesome precursor to all the legendary Pokemon, or to the Pokemon lore in general. What is my favorite Pokemon type? Well, believe it or not, it's poison. You'd think, well, wouldn't it be ground or electric? Well, you'd think that, but no, I've always liked poison. I know it's really weird, but the poison typing, I don't know why, I just always like it, because, you know, it has the ability to toxic, it has toxic spikes, it has, you know, just all these different things that you can set up on your opponent. And then it tends to have a wide move pool too. Like Weezing has a exceptionally wide move pool. Aardvark is both quick and well, he has a little bit of speed. Nidoking and Nidoqueen are both have access to a wide variety of moves. I mean, I've always liked poison. I don't know why, and I'm still waiting for a true poison legendary type Pokemon to be released. Just like everybody wants the true flying type that's not a combination of a normal. Favorite evolution? Flareon. I've always enjoyed Flareon. I've always thought it was a very adorable Pokemon, but a very dangerous Pokemon. I don't know why, I've just always liked it. Second would probably have to be probably Jolteon. Favorite legendary my favorite legendary bird, or between Articuno, Moltres, Zapdos. Always like Zapdos, always loved the electric. You think with my choices it'd be my favorite type would be electricity, but nope. But yeah, always like Zapdos. And least order is Zapdos, Articuno, Moltres. I've always liked Zapdos, just the way that you get him in the game from the power plant, the way that you know, his design is just like a whole bunch of jagged edges. It's just kind of hard to explain, but that's one of my reasons. Plus, I think in the Pokemon card game he had a move that was completely random and never made it into the actual card game, but it was like really weird, and like it could like blow up your entire field or something like that. It was weird. Okay, here's a long one. How many Pokemon have I seen in my most current Pokedex, and in that game, how many Pokemon do you own in that one? Okay, I actually haven't checked. I'd have to check, but I know I've seen close to 600 in my playthrough of White, and that's my most recent game that I was playing. And I have close to the same number of Pokemon in that game, because I was able, because in that game I went online and I tried to get one of every legendary. I went through all the forums just to try to get them. I tried to get one of every legendary available. I tried to get one of every Pokemon that I didn't have, and I was just missing a very few in that game. So I was very close to a complete Pokedex. What is my favorite legendary? Meloetta in her psychic form. It's just such an adorable Pokemon, and it's just such an adorable Pokemon. It's based on the pop idols of Japan. It's just it actually almost looks like a Hatsune Miku, which I think is just super adorable. So yeah, hands down favorite Pokemon, just for the design, is Meloetta. Getting close to the end, guys. Do I collect the card games? If so, do I play it or just collect? Here's an interesting one. Of course, I collect the card games. I try to collect the older sets, anything before the black and white area, because I think the black and white area did not have very good hollows, and the cards themselves I did not care for. The X and Y area is actually pretty decent. They did away with that pinstriping hollow form, and I just did not like that pinstriping hollow form that they were doing. Oh, just ugly. And as far as playing the game, I used to play it all the time as a kid, and actually I played it all the way up to the beginning of the Neo era. I think Neo Revelations was the last set that I played. And then I stopped and switched to Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I was kind of doing both at the same time, and as a kid you only have so much money, and you can only kind of play one or the other, so... And, all my friends were kind of getting into Yu-Gi-Oh! And getting away from Pokemon, so I had to drop one of the games, and I had to drop Pokemon just to... because, I was growing out of Pokemon at the time, I was seeing it as more the little kids things, so I switched to Yu-Gi-Oh! And, well, it is what it is. Do I regret it? No, because I still play Yu-Gi-Oh! To this day, off and on. Pokemon, I'll play casually with friends, just like we'll buy a random starter deck and just play against each other with 2 random starter decks and a couple packs, and just build the best deck that we can out of that. But yeah, it's but I do love to collect the card games, especially the older the set the better, and I just love to collect those. Let me see, how many do I have? I don't have too many left, guys. I'm nearing the end. Alright, favorite cast form, I really don't care for the cast form Pokemon. I just say the normal one. The normal form. I just really don't care for cast form, guys. I think this is the last question. Unless one got stuck underneath there somewhere, this is going to be the last question. Alright, guys. Do I like Pokemon? Well, I think it's pretty obvious. I like Pokemon. I don't always like all the arcs, I don't always like all the generations, but as a whole, it's a major part of my childhood. I was a Pokemaniac as a kid. So, obviously, I like Pokemon. Now, 1 second here. There is one final question, and I wanted to save this one for the end. Which 2 PokeTubers do I want to tag? Well, here we go. My first tag is going to be for Peter's Lucario. And the random number I'm going to give you for your Pokemon is 491. I did this on random generators at the same time that I got the 285 for me. And I'm also going to tag Pokemon Trainers. And that number is going to be 312 for your Pokemon. And I don't know, he's not a PokeTuber, and I honestly don't even know if has ever collected or played Pokemon, but I'm gonna give a shout out and see if he I'm gonna do a third tag, so I'm gonna break the rules here, but I'm gonna see if he wants to do it, and that is Japanese Chiz, Samo Fever. If you collect Pokemon or anything, feel free to do this. If not, I understand, because I've never seen you do a Pokemon video, and your number is going to be 209. But really, I want everybody to take part of this, because this is a really fun little quiz. Just a fun little quiz to do. But yeah, I just chose those two because I know that those two people are really big into Pokemon. And as far as I could see, that they have not done a Pokemon quiz yet, so that'd be cool. Cool to see them do that. Let's see. Alright. I think that ends the Pokemon quiz video. This has been Booster Box Buster with something completely different. Doing a Pokemon tag quiz. Signing out.